I'm ready if you are.
Good morning. It's time for our daily briefing. Got Council President Salters with me. Today we have to say that we do now have 2 cases in Knox County. And that's nothing to get alarmed about. You know, we've been having our 11 o'clock meetings every day. This is something that we are prepared for, the county as a whole, the EMA. So those patients are doing quarantine at home at this time, and that's the procedure that they're to follow. So with that, you know, we encourage people to still self-isolate or try to not get out as much as you need to. Just only in the event that you have to get out for food, or if you go to the parks to exercise, keep your distance. So.
Yeah, and the key thing from that, we've been preparing for this. We knew this was an eventuality that was probably going to happen in our area, but we have been prepping and planning and preparing. Good Sam and all the workers there have been doing a fantastic job. Our first responders, they're doing great. We are ready for this. We've been prepared for this. So while seeing that number on there kind of brings it to reality, now we've got our plan in place. Our plan is working. Like the mayor said, those 2 cases are in self-isolation or self-quarantine, and then they've been in contact with those people that they've been in contact with, and those people are in, I would say, self-isolation, self-quarantine as well. So they have done a great job of making sure that these cases are taken care of, and we're doing our best. We know it's very contagious, so you know you'll see some of these things pop up. And I think we're in a very good spot with the work that Good Sam's done, the work that our first responders have done, and then everybody in this emergency management agency. I mean, we feel confident with the plan that we have in place. We're all informed. We know what's going on, and I think that puts us in Knox County in a very good spot.
Right, and that's exactly why we're doing these videos, is so that we keep you informed about everything that's going on. But I'm very confident in what we've got in place with the hospital and emergency services. So.
Yeah, the key thing too that Dr. Stewart wanted to emphasize too was travel. If you don't have to travel, he would advise you not to travel. And also, he wants us to stay in the county as much as we can. And that means that we stay in the county, that we don't bring any other people from outside the county in, and that social distancing is not a buzzword, right? It's something that we're gonna have to continue to practice for the next couple of weeks until we get through this. And that was the big emphasis that he wanted to go on today. And it's a good practice. We're gonna kind of, I would say, self-insulate ourselves, make sure that we get any cases that would be around taken care of. And we're in a good spot though. Like every time we have these meetings, I feel more confident, and I know the mayor does too. And we've got a good plan ready to go, and we're gonna make sure that we get through this.
And with that said, I mean, when you're at home with your family, it should just be your in-home family that's there. You should not have people visiting. You shouldn't be the one visiting people at this time. So, and another thing that you need to keep in mind is when you're going to places to get buy your groceries or something, you should think about not taking the entire family with you. You need to just send one person to the store to do your grocery shopping, and that way it's less people in the store, and you can social distance a lot easier.
Yeah, and it's hard, like at the store. The stores are hard because there's a lot of people that need to get supplies, but just kind of keep in mind where you're at in an aisle, where you're at in a line, to try to keep as much distance as you can. Like we said, it's not just a buzzword right now. This is gonna be something that really does help us out and help us get through this. And we're gonna get through this. I mean, it's just, that's a fact. We're gonna make it through this, and things are gonna be fine, and we'll look back on this in a couple months and be like, yeah, remember that?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I think those are the big things. Talked about the cases, the travel. Is there anything else, Mayor?
I don't know anything else we have today, so.
Yep, and we'll keep you updated. Obviously, we'll do our daily video every day until this thing passes.
Right.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, and again, keep your distance.